have a boyfriend.
Look, madam.
I've told you I have a boyfriend.
Look, I'm not interested if you have a boyfriend or not. I won't tell you that you have a flat tire.
A flat tire? Oi, jina langu ni Miyang. Mimi ni Mchina Mkenya. Napenda Kenya. At the beginning, I was just taking it from my house. I was doing like a stand, like a selfie thing, yeah. And then, yeah, people were happy, like, wow, a Chinese can speak a language. It must be like really love us, you know. Yes. So from then I started growing followers, and of course now Kadong was one of them who followed me. And then one day his video also appeared in my FYP. So one day we talked, and then he was like, "Can we do a collabo?"
I met her on TikTok. I saw her videos and I saw she's talking in Swahili. So I wondered how can a Chinese talk in Swahili?
Okay, first of all, you have to try to speak more Swahili, you know, the language. Secondly, it has to something that people can actually relate, you know. For example, like the ones I did, like the makanga, you know, and then also chakula kwa kibanda. Kuna chumvi. Chumvi iko. Na pilipili. We have mutura, you know, that's one of my favorite, you know, street foods here in Kenya, and even some of my followers, they know.
I have gone to some places. Even she took me to a Chinese hotel. So I went there, I saw their culture, the types of food Chinese eat. So I was happy to go there. And another thing, she taught me some Chinese, like greetings, ni hao. Then you respond by saying ni hao ma, something like that. I have learned some. And so it's interesting.
Of course, I speak Chinese, that's my first language. And then I also speak another language called Cantonese. And then of course, when I came to Kenya, at first I wasn't speaking Swahili. I could just like hear some simple words like greetings, habari, mzuri, such. Yeah? Of course, that speaking is the time I started doing the content, to create the content. The finger hug. Yeah, actually, today is the New Year Eve. Yeah, yes, 21st. Tomorrow will be the New Year. I'm planning to go with some of my friends. We go to Chinatown, we can have some Chinese food, and then we see maybe some other Chinese friends there, how they celebrate the New Year. We can actually join them.
What an amazing story there of Miyang Zhao breaking the cultural boundaries using comedy. Enoch, is this the first time, though, that we are seeing the growth of cross-cultural interactions between Chinese and African people?
Beatrice, let's go back in time, back to the 15th century, during the reign of Emperor Ming. Now, during that time, there was this famous Chinese explorer. His name was Cheng. Now, Cheng will explore the coast of East Africa. During those explorations, there were a lot of interactions between the Chinese people and the Africans. We're talking about the coastal people. And during those interactions, exchanges, we're talking about gold from China and artifacts from Africa. We're talking about earthware from Africa, earthware from China. That's why when you go to Lamu today, you'll find earthware from China from those days, and also doors that have Chinese writings. Now, when you are in Lamu, you'll meet Chinese descendants. Now, how did they find themselves there? You have to go back to that time. During that time, there was this accident that involved a ship sinking, and there were sailors there. The survivors found themselves on Lamu Island. And on Lamu Island, they started to interact with the locals. During the interactions, some got married there, and a majority of them got married there. And they gave birth to the Chinese descendants who still live in Lamu. And when you go there, they tell you the stories of their forefathers. Quite interesting.